You write your own epic. Those words were said to me by a Wall Street, probably executive or trader, on the commuter rail system that I took to go into Manhattan for my job. Now, what does that mean? Epic as in the sense of Beowulf, Gilgamesh, Mahabharata. You write the story of not just your future, but the future of your own descendants. So are you confident enough? Are you just willy-nilly throwing money at stuff and say, crypto go up? Childish. You put on your thinking cap and you do your research. You know how to research. You don't just copy paste. You are writing the story of your descendants. You really are. You're writing the story of how at least they start off. It's up to them what they do with it. And hopefully they reach a future where they realize these matters. That person was going way off into trees. I just saved your life. You're welcome. Anyway, one of the things you got to bear in mind is that these people recognize that wealth is finite. It has a limit. And they're going to do anything to get as much as they can. Because in their mindset, it's your responsibility to hold on to what you have. And in that regard, they're right. It is your responsibility to do your due diligence, to handle your investing, to understand how different markets are working. Last night, crypto went on sale. And you're going to find, and we've discussed this, sales opportunities probably for the remainder of this week into this weekend. We are in a very turbulent time. Turbulence, volatility, is where the secret sauce really is. If these things were steady like a treasury, you'd be getting 2% returns. So you have to really embrace the warrior's quest that you are on. You are a warrior. You are building your empire. And what happens when you build an empire? Big or small, somebody tries to take it away from you. So now, with that perspective, with that mindset, develop it further, and that's how you approach assets, asset acquisition, and growth. Just wanted to bring that out there because I'm seeing a lot of craziness going on with some of these content creators, and it's sad. It's very sad. Know what you hold. So I guess this is going to be one of my shorter videos because everything that could be said has been said. A lot of you are following me on X as well, and that's great. Thank you. Some new people are there. They're following me. Michelle asked me to elaborate on something, and Rich did a great video on it about how XRP gets to $10,000. But she was asking me specifically how I get to higher numbers. Michelle, and everyone who doesn't really wrap their head around this, you might be new, it's simply the right of the decimal point, because that's not created willy-nilly. It's not always 8 spaces available to the right of a decimal point like with Bitcoin. Sometimes it's 6, like with XRP. by creating RLUSD, they're actually, depending how they do it, I'm not saying this is absolute. This is just my opinion, by the way, not financial advice. By doing that, they are creating the possibility of adding 2 more zeros to 10,000. And that means $1 million. So am I saying $1 million XRP? I'm saying I can see the scenario that it can occur. Things like that are definitely not definite. Why, how would that happen? You have to look at the big picture of what these cryptocurrencies solve. Remember, it's always with utility. It is about the problem that is solved, not just crypto go up. Everyone's conditioned with Bitcoin that you get rich and you buy things. It's that consumer mindset, and that's a bad thing. This is about solutions, ladies and gentlemen. What is the solution that this coin develops, and what problem is it solving? Very simple. Now, XRP, you got micropayments, you got every single type of global financial transaction you can imagine. And that's a whole lot of scale, which is why you have other cryptos around, such as XDC for global trade, in the sense of literal global trade with moving products all around the world. You have XLM handling, say, person-to-person transactions, and they can do essentially what XRP can do, but they don't have any type of escrow. They burn their escrow. You have IOTA for Internet of Things. That's going to be huge. So these all come into play. All of these things are interacting together. And that's why these cryptos are going to have a huge increase in value. Now, specifically, why do I think XRP, the floor, is going to be 10,000? Because of all the problem solving and all the connections they have. If you're a bank and you have the responsibility of thousands of people's life savings, and you have to maintain your success, you got the government watching you, as they should, you have to approach it from the perspective of who is someone I can trust to do this, and of course do it quickly, efficiently, and everything else for cheap. Ripple, utilizing XRP, already has all the connections in there. So that's why so many people say flip the switch. So, Michelle, I hope that answers your question, as well as anyone else who has the same question. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, you are writing your own epic. So stick to the basics. Do not overbuy. Only buy what you can afford to lose. Not saying you're going to lose it, but I'm saying you're going to be able to manage it with true peace of mind. And that peace of mind is priceless. Peace of mind is priceless. You'll pay more to live somewhere where you can feel safe sleeping at night than paying less at a place where it's not so safe. It's just a simple fact of life. Now, back to the epic. Write that epic. Be known as the person who took the very little that they had and made a fortune out of it. Does it have to be the biggest fortune? No. You don't have to compete with the Joneses in this regard, ladies and gentlemen. You just have to do your personal best. That's all that matters. If you do your personal best, pass that on to your descendants, you just gave them a big hand up in life. And they're not even born yet. All right. I think I've really communicated that point well. This went a little longer than I thought, but thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate all the love that yesterday's video got. Oh yes, YouTube likes when I say like, share, subscribe. So please do. And yeah, that's been. Oh yeah, make sure you hit those bell notifications too. And have a great day. And remember, be good to each other. It's a crazy enough world as it is. Don't be greedy. All right, everyone. Take care, and thank you again for watching.